What's really good, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Bevins, the Millennial Entrepreneur. I'm incredibly excited. Today is Monday, October 3rd, y'all. Now, here's what's exciting about this. The last live that I officially did was on Friday, which was the end of third quarter. We've officially entered into fourth quarter, y'all, and I'm incredibly excited about it. Now, most people say that fourth quarter is where people stop buying and selling and transacting. However, my results say otherwise, barring, one or two bad years, you know what I mean? But my experience has been otherwise, and that is in fourth quarter, we typically set some sort of record for the year in terms of gross revenue. You know what I mean? So fourth quarter, this is the perfect time. It's the leveling field, guys, because those of you who you don't have traction in your business yet, many of the people who've been working hard all year, they're going to let off the gas in fourth quarter because this is their time to relax. So now's your time in the year while everybody else is relaxing to get a hold of your business, to gain traction over your behaviors, to start seeing some results out of your new habits in business. Establish yourself and get ready for Q1. Start closing deals now, because what's going to happen, this is what a lot of people do, by the way. And I've seen this habit in myself. I've seen this in other people. They'll do three good quarters, and then they'll screw up one quarter. Or they'll do two good months and then screw up one month. Or even on a micro, and it's because on a micro level, what they're doing is they'll go 1 or 2 days on a good habit and then fall off of it after a week or 2 weeks of having these good habits. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that this fourth quarter. Stay focused on your metrics. All right. Stay focused on your numbers. All right. But in this series, guys, I'm incredibly excited about it because in this series, I've been making calls live. I have been making offers live. I've been negotiating with sellers. We've been locking up deals. I've been teeing up appointments. The appointments that I couldn't do live, I would document it and share it. Many of you guys have been following the journey. It's a 60-day challenge. And the goal is to do $250,000 in inked contracts. So what's our status right now? Well, we just lost one of the deals. One of the deals fell off the board. So in the spirit of full transparency, here's where we are right now. We just lost $20,000 off of our GP. And the reason why is because um, the seller was saying that our option period was up, and it was a whole situation. But basically, what it came down to is we were still under contract. He just didn't want to move forward with us. We're definitely still under contract. We will void it though. Um, but it has nothing to do with the price. It has nothing to do with us not being able to perform because we have funding partners ready to close on the deal. But he was like, it's already past your inspection period is passed, and you're supposed to leave a note on the door. This is what he says today. This was today. He says you're supposed to leave a note on the door stating that you're still going to close on the property after your inspection period. Aren't you an investor? Don't you know that? And I was like, sir, in all of my short few years doing this, I've never had to put a letter on the door stating that I'm still going to close on a property that I'm under contract for, especially if I still have 3 weeks left on the agreement. You know what I mean? And by the way, there was no option period because I didn't need an option period. But he was like, no. And I was like, so are you comfortable moving forward? If so, we can stay. We're still in the contract and we can make this deal happen. And he's like, no, I just think it's over. I just think it's done. And so I was like, okay, well, thank you so much for being straightforward. I appreciate the conversation. I understand that. If anything changes, you have my number. Feel free to text or call me if anything changes. I'll have my transaction coordinator cancel the contract. And then before we hop off the phone, he says, All right, and I'll make sure that everybody hears the word. I'll make sure everybody gets the word out on this. And I was like, okay, well, again, thank you for being straightforward with me. I'm not gonna lie, I felt away. I felt away because it's like, how did we not fulfill on anything that we, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're ready to perform. He's the one who's being, anyway, I'm not blaming, we're not doing business with them, but I did get annoyed. I did get annoyed. But we're not gonna fight it. In the end, it's kind of been trouble with this seller the entire time, and so that deal fell off. So where are we right now in the challenge? All right. By the way, we're still gonna follow up with that seller and see if anything changes. You know what I mean? Because like Veronica says, maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe I said something to rub him the wrong way, but it's like what gave what did we do that gave him the inclination we were not going to close when we're ready to close, provide proof of funds and everything from our funding partners, you know what I mean? So, and he didn't give us any reason other than that, like that um option period letter on the door thing, which I've never heard of. Like, come on, let's be real. Let's be 100%. By the way, shout out to Sam Pellegrino, but let's talk about where we are in the challenge right now. The 18th of September marked 30 days. The goal was by the 18th of September to have six figures inked. We ended in 28 days, 2 days before goal, at $123,000 in inked contracts. Today is today is today is day 45 of the challenge. Today is day 45 of the 60-day challenge, and we're currently at 200 and let me not put my foot in my mouth. I don't want to have a Steve Harvey moment and say the wrong number. Hold on one second, y'all. Bear with me. We were at 243. We're currently at $229,000 in inked contracts because we just lost a deal today, y'all. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but the seller backed out of the deal. He didn't feel comfortable whenever we asked him. Those of you just tuning on, by the way, guys, we have right now 100 people across all platforms. Shout out Facebook, shout out YouTube, shout out LinkedIn. We got people in multiple different channels as well. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, the seller didn't feel comfortable moving forward with the deal. He said after the option period, you're supposed to have a letter on the door stating that you're going to close on this deal. And so because I didn't have that, he no longer wants to move forward. And so I think he was just having a bad day. We're still able to close on that deal. I still want that deal. I think it's a deal that makes sense for everybody, but he doesn't want to move forward right now. We're not going to force him. We're not gonna enforce performance or anything like crazy like that. But we're going to give him his space and then keep following up with him. But right now, that means that in 45 days, we're at $229,000 in inked solid contracts. We already have a handful of them that are looking at closing soon. I'm very excited about that. And we already have one that has actually in this whole challenge, out of all of these deals, we've had two fall off, but it was the same deal. This is the same one that got contracted and fell off before we completed successfully the first 30-day challenge. It came back and now it just fell off again. So what does that tell you guys? Like, come on, common denominator, because we've been ready to close on this deal. This was JP's deal. Shout out JP, you're taking action. You're new to this. That was actually his first deal, y'all. So I hate that it fell through, but it's part of the game. This is why I always say volume solves problems. Not because you have a deal means we can take that to the bank. The deal has got to close. It's got to fund. All right. And the money has got to hit your bank account before you can fully celebrate. Now, will we celebrate milestones? Yes. But we don't fully pop bottles, like we won a championship game unless the money's in the bank account. By the way, I want to give a shout out to San Pellegrino. They are sponsoring this series, the Live Calls with Earon series. $250,000 in 60 days is the name of the game. And so what I ask from you over the next hour or so that we're going to be together, guys, actually, we only have like another 30 to 45 minutes that we're going to be together. This is going to be a shorter day. What I ask of you is engage with me. Like, let me know in the comment section where you're calling from, or where you're calling from, or where you're tuning in from. All right. I want to know what city, what state, because here's what's been most exciting for me about this series, Calling Sellers Live, because I know y'all want that action. I'm about to start making calls right now after the intro. But here's what's been most exciting for me about this series. It's not even the fact that we have $229,000 in contracts that we've done live, showing you guys the entire process here live over the last 45 days. It's not even just that. That's fun. That's fun. But this is a project outside of my business. I already have a business that does this. So I don't need this. I'm doing this for you guys. So the most exciting part about this series, sincerely, has been getting the testimonies from those of you who've been following this thing religiously for the last 45 days. Pardon my sacrilegious term, but you've been following almost like ritualistically, coming on these lives, holding yourself accountable, all right, doing the behaviors that I'm encouraging you to do. And many of you guys have gotten your first contract in this series over the last 45 days. Many of you have started your first ringless voicemail campaigns. Many of you have started your first cold calling campaigns. Many of you have onboarded into my personal community, Accelerated Wholesaling, my coaching, because you want help turning this into a business that produces six figures with predictability. But wherever you are at in your stage of business, you've been taking action over the last 45 days. And so you know for a fact that what I'm showing you guys live here is no cap. Like we're trying to show the waves, no cap. All right? I know I do the most, but it's real life. We're doing it. You can't fake the fluff. You can't fake the funk whenever you're live. You can't fluff it if we're live. And I've been going live every single day, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week for 45 days straight. We're at $229,000 in deals contracted live right here in front of you and documented so that you can go back in my social media and look at it. So here's what we need. We're 45 days in the 60-day challenge. 60 days total. We have 15 days left, okay? We need $250,000 in 60 days. We're currently at 229. We need to hit $21,000 in 15 days. Can we do it? Can we do it? Today's Monday. We have basically 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks to hit 21,000. It's like, listen, we've already contracted successfully up until now, opened escrow deals, like a handful of them already assigned. All right. In the last 45 days, we have done $229,000. You don't think we could do 21,000 in 15 days? Am I shaking? Look how still, look how calm my hands are. No, I'm just kidding. But there is urgency behind what I'm doing for sure. With that said, y'all, I'm about to start making calls because I'm very excited about this challenge. I'm excited about how you guys have been engaging with me. I'm about to shout you guys out in the comment section right now. So here's what I need from you guys. Over the next 30 minutes that we're going to be live here together engaging, and I'm making calls in front of you, and I'm putting myself on the line, giving all of the energy that I can muster here for you guys. I ask that in response, you guys stay engaged with me, network with one another in the comment section, whether you're live or the thousands of people that are going to see this on the replay. Comment in the comment section right now. Let me know what city, what state you're tuning in from live. Where are you tuning in from? I want to shout you guys out right after this intro. And then right after I give the shout outs, I'm about to start making these calls live, locking up deals. So let's close the gap on this. We need $21,000 in 15 days. We got this.
If you're not closing deals today, your business is dying.
I just really think you don't like my assignment fees. But it's all good though, cause I'll double close. Ask me how much did I make, only my mother knows. Now I'm at the dealership like I own one of those. I just made 100,000 right under your nose. 10 bands, 50 band Q Miller. My pipeline like Godzilla. Please do not play with my Skrilla. Attorney on deck, he a killer, yeah. Beat on my chest like gorilla. Me and winning are familiar, yeah. Me and the whole lot familiar. Neapolitan vanilla, yeah, that's mixed up, not messed up.
Oh my goodness, it's going all the way down, y'all. So today we have a little bit of a shorter episode because I have some obligations that I have to care for. But here we are in the series, 15 days left in the challenge, $21,000 left to secure and lock up. And many of you guys have been following daily this challenge, and shout out to those of you who are live right now. So I'm gonna give some shout outs to you guys and show some love because I really appreciate you guys. Christopher L. Johnson says, can I go back and watch from day one somewhere? Yes, you can go on my YouTube, type in Earon Bevins on YouTube, and you can watch from day one. Every single episode has been recorded on YouTube. It has been recorded here on Facebook, and it goes live other places, but those are the only places that you can find the replays, on my Facebook page and if you go back on YouTube. All right, I love it. Veronica says, I don't want the lives to stop. Oh man, I don't know if there's enough people that if there's a strong enough outcry for them to continue, maybe we'll find some way to spice it up. But I want to make sure that I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that it's fun and enjoyable and beneficial for everybody. I feel you. Paul Sullivan says, Ohio, let's squad up. Me and Paul just had an incredible strategy session, and I know that Paul is going to absolutely be dominating over the next 6 to 12 months. Shaquille said, just started my first night at a new job, but don't worry, this is temporary, and I'll be a successful investor very soon. Blessings to everyone. What's really good, Shaquille? I love it whenever I see people who are low-key on the job and they're watching this. I'm not supposed to say that out loud and live, I'm sure, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for that, but it's kind of cool because I know that you're immersing yourself in an environment, because I used to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Until I got myself to the point where, I can own my own business, but I was always immersing myself and my mind in the concept of building the business and being free from the job. So I respect that, Shaquille, and let's collapse the time on that and make sure that you can do this sooner than later. Don't push this off. All right. Jeremiah says, you guys don't have specific performance in Texas. We do, Jeremiah, we do. But the reason why I didn't want to do that in this situation is because this person has been trouble from the beginning, and it's not worth my time. That's not worth my time. So whether we file a lien on it or not, I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth it. This guy seems like a pain. I would rather have my free. If it was I don't know, if it was a different situation, I might want to file a lien on it. But I don't think that this deal is worth it. Kaz says, what's good, bro? What up, family? All right, what's goody? Jeremiah, by the way, in North Carolina, sellers can no way pull out of a deal, buyer can sue. Yeah, we can do that too. We can definitely do that too. We can sue for specific performance. I don't know. I don't feel like doing that on this deal. You know what I mean? Jennifer Harris says, what's up, Jeremiah? I'm in Raleigh. Let's link. I love it when you guys connect in the comments section. My guy Ray Delgado in the building. Atlanta. What's goody? Denver, Colorado is in the building. Connect, guys. Everybody who's in Denver. Shout out to my guy John Linares. Houston is in the building. What's goody? Travis, what up? From H-Town, always showing up very, very heavy. Just seeing this pop up in the background of my own biz. This is fire. What was it in the trap? I love it. You know what I'm saying? Akron, Ohio, what's good, Drew? Vegas is in the building. 210 is in the building. Diego says, anyone in Lubbock or West Texas markets, hit me up. Let's connect. Guys, Diego Cavazos is a very powerful guy to know. He's a young man. Ladies, I don't know if he's single. I don't know, but he's a very good-looking young man. I say that securely because I'm very secure in myself. But very young, powerful man because he's very connected in the real estate world. And now he's getting his hands in the wholesaling pie. And he just locked up and assigned a $35,000 deal last week because he's taking action. And this kid is in college, guys. He's in college. So he says, anyone in Lubbock or West Texas markets, hit me up. Let's connect. All right. I love it when you guys connect in the comment section because guys, the people who come on these lives, on the replays, who come live, I'm telling you, there's thousands of people congregated here across all platforms after the replay. And so you have all of these people who are commenting and connecting with one another, and deals are being done behind the scenes because the vibe attracts the tribe. So if you are here, those who are around here with you typically are going to be people who want the same thing. So connect with one another, do deals. If somebody might have a deal, you might have a buyer, or vice versa. You might have a deal, somebody else has a buyer. Connect with them, get deals done. This is the secret sauce. All right. Okay. I think somebody was telling me to move on. I don't know if they were telling me like, hey, Aaron, start with the calls already. Luis Montoya in YouTube world says, sorry that the contract didn't happen, brother, but we'll get one, or this trouble seller is not worth the deal with. Keep it up. By the way, Luis, are you still there? Let's call your seller real quick, bro. Let's call your seller real quick. All right, we only have a few more minutes. We have 20 more minutes to make calls today. Today we have to cut it short because I have some other obligations, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to lock up 21,000 in the next 15 days. That's the goal, guys. So make sure you're showing up live, all right? And for those of you that haven't already done so, if you haven't already done so, while I'm pulling up Luis's lead, because I'm about to call somebody's lead from the audience, all right? If you're in a place in business where you're ready to invest in yourself, you're no longer making excuses, you're no longer blaming the economy or anything or anybody else, you're ready to start taking action in business, and you're ready to invest in yourself and your business, go to yourwholesalebiz.com, schedule a strategy session with me, and I'm going to give you clarity on how to turn your business into a machine that is predictably doing 6 figures or more every single year with predictability. Okay? You'll be turning this from a hustle to a machine. We call it going from flesh to machine. That's turning all 4 components of your business into automated processes that are done for people that are not you. Okay? If you're ready for that, go to yourwholesalebiz.com. Shameless plug, because look, I give away so much for free here. You should be making money by the time you call me and go to Your Wholesale Biz. By the time you talk to me, just know it's next level, and we're going to be talking about higher level stuff. So that's why I shamelessly plug yourwholesalebiz.com, because if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't even be going to yourwholesalebiz.com because you're not ready. You need to be making money. But when you are making money, go to yourwholesalebiz.com, and let's talk about turning this hustle into a business, something that you own that operates without you and better because of it. All right? Okay. All right. I'm done with my shameless plug. I'm about to call your lead right now, Luis. We've been calling this lead for
Please
Luis.
leave your message for.
She didn't answer, Luis. I'm gonna call her again, bro. Double tap. You know what song has been in my head? Hello?
Please leave your message for.
I'm gonna leave a message. Hey, Miss Ragda, this is Aaron. I was calling about the property there in Irving. I just want to see if you were still interested in selling it. If not, definitely no worries. But I just wanted to stay top of mind because I remember that you had mentioned that you were ready to let it go. You just wanted to talk to your daughters. And I know you weren't feeling good the last time we talked, so I hope you're feeling better. So I will continue to reach back out. But if you hear this before I call back, feel free to call or text me, and hopefully we can talk soon. Bye. Luis, we gotta keep following up on her, bro. We have to keep following up, man. All right. Luis says, let's call her, bro. I feel like she's ghosting us. Miss Ragda, answer. Come on. I did my 30 driving for dollar properties today. I love it. It be like that sometimes. But listen, Luis, this is why it is so important to follow up, because we know that the average wholesale deal will only contract between touches 8 and 15. That is real life statistics from my own business. That's real life metrics from live studies that have been done by Ivy League institutions, Zillow, and KellerWilliams.com. They did an extensive study. They said the average real estate transaction is contracted between touches 8 and 15. That is a real life study. And those numbers are borne out in my business in real life. Okay. I only have so much time to be with you guys, and so I want to give as much value. And our whole reason for being here is to make live calls. So I'm about to make live calls. I have my script in front of me. If you need the script, DM me saying, Earon, I need the script, and I will send over the script to you. As a reward for watching this, when you could be watching Netflix, but you're investing in yourself.
Please leave your message.
He forwarded me, fam. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to double tap him. Let's go. We got Vegas in the building. What's up, Solar Matt? Come on, Victor, answer. Shout out to Victor Castillo out of H-Town. I love it when people connect to the point of putting their cell phone. Anybody who's in the greater Houston land area, connect with my man Victor Castillo. He says, let's connect. I'm in Houston. Send me a text. If you're doing deals in Houston, you better be spamming this man right here, texting him, letting him know, hey, you know what I mean? Let's connect. Let's do some deals. This is somebody who's volunteering. You don't know if Victor has money. You don't know if Victor has leads. You don't know if he has buyers. You don't know if he has all of them. So you don't know if he has none of them. Maybe he has none of them, but he can be an asset to you because he's boots on the ground. I don't know, but I do know this. If I'm getting started and I'm in H-Town, I want to connect with people like this who want to connect. You know what I'm saying? Carmen says, Veronica Carrasco, thanks for the tag. Guys, by the way, if you know anybody who can benefit from hearing me make live calls and you know that I'm going to be answering questions live, you know what I mean? Tag them in this. What's up, Carmen? Good to see you. How's life? How's life treating you, Carmen? Every time I hear Carmen, I think about that one radio personality, Carmen, who calls people, does the prank calls. Carmen, y'all know who I'm talking about? What? My man Victor Castillo says, I have private money, let's do deals. So if I was in H-Town, guys, I'd be hitting my guy up. I be trying to connect with my guy like, bro, did we just become friends? Did we just become friends? All right, I'm making my next call, y'all. I've had a song stuck in my head all day by Whitney Houston, the one that goes,
Hello?
hey, John.
Yes.
Hey, this is Earon. I was calling about the property on Adler Creek.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to see if you've considered selling it. I might be interested in buying.
Yes, but I do have some problems with it.
What do you mean?
Well, it's currently being lived in,
Okay.
and it's by my sister and brother-in-law.
Okay.
And if you can vacate them, it's it can be yours.
What if I just
I
bought?
don't have the money. I don't have the money or hassle to deal with that.
Okay, understood, understood. And would you be open to selling it to me with them still in there? That way we can close on the transaction and then I can handle it from there.
Sure.
Okay. Let me ask you this, John, just to kind of give you a little bit of background. I can purchase the property cash. We pay all closing costs, and I want to buy it in as-is condition, even with them in there. So, for an offer like that, what price range would you need to be in off the record?
Well, since you're doing that, make me an offer. Just please be respectful.
Sure. Sure, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Well, what I can do is get you an offer before we get off this call. That's why I called. I didn't want to waste your time. I would just need just a couple details, and then I can make you an offer right now. Let me just ask you this, because I'm gonna pull up the numbers right now, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna give you a solid offer right now.
Okay.
Other than talking to me right now, what makes you want to sell the property, especially if, sister and brother are living there?
Uh, I hate my sister and brother. We don't get along, basically.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's my parents lived there their whole lives, and they died finally, and so I had to come to terms where I just that's it. It's that I did not go to the funeral, so I'm
Dang.
just really kind of torqued about missing the funeral.
Yeah.
And plus, I had a coma. Coma. I'm sorry about that. Not a coma. I had what do you call it? Shit. What's it called? Uh, Not a coma, but it's something else. I had to go to the hospital to deal with it. But yeah, I'm better now. Not really. I can't tell. I can't tell you what I have, but
But it was bad enough for you to go into a hospital. So I imagine, I mean, you're going through it.
yeah, it was just insane. But yes, it's there, and I mean the property is very nice.
Mhm.
I don't. It's been a long time since I set foot in it, so
Mhm.
I just can't really tell you anything about it.
Mhm.
But it had a real good air conditioner,
Mhm.
heater. It was a 4-seer, 16 uh, something ton or whatever. It was very very nice.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, it would last forever. I mean, and plus it was all rude.
Mhm.
So rude equipment is real good.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it was yeah, it was the best of the best.
Mhm.
My mom and dad didn't skimp on the stuff.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're thinking the AC is about five years old or so?
No, it's about 8.
About 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm looking it up right now, and it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Talk to me a little bit about the situation with your sister and brother. It sounds like y'all are not really talking right now, and have you tried
Well, I mean,
to?
we can talk.
Okay.
I mean, we're willing to talk, but she wants the house,
Mm-hmm.
and so the moment I say that, she's gonna go get a lawyer and do. I'm the executor
Oh,
of the
I
house,
see. Okay.
so it ends with me. And of course, I did ask the other day, um, what are your plans for the house? And she goes, well, I want to live there. So I'm like, well, okay, no shit,
Mhm.
blah blah blah. It was horrible. So
Was whenever your parents passed away, was there a probated will?
there is, but there's no, it's. I read it, and there's no probate on there.
What do you
There's
mean?
there's not saying that there isn't a probate. There's nothing written in the language of probate. It was a will. It was a will, but
But it hasn't been probated yet?
yeah, it hasn't.
Okay, so there's two options basically here, and the first option would be to and does the probated will make you the sole heir, or like a
Uh,
majority holder, or what does the will state?
the language would say yes, because we do have a brother. Yeah, we have a brother uh, that lives in Texas.
Uh-huh.
But that's it, and he doesn't want any of the. He would like a little bit of the money, and that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. As long as everybody is cooperative, it sounds like, everybody who has a vested interest would know upon closing, and they'll have to be made known of their interests, in order to close the property, unless it's otherwise stated in a probated will. The other way around the probated will is what's called an affidavit of heirship. And basically what that means is we can circumvent the whole probate process. Probate is going to take, that's going to take a couple months to probate a will. But
Uh-huh.
but the way around that is we could do what's called an affidavit of heirship. And what that means is anybody who has a legal vested interest in the property will just need to sign off with the legal the legal allocations according to their vested interest in the property. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, would everybody be on board? Would everybody be cooperative, or do you think that somebody's going to try to be a wrench?
My sister would be definitely a wrench,
How?
but
How? What do you mean?
because she wants the property.
So you
There's
think
nobody
you think
else,
she's not going to want to sell?
right? Because she wants it.
Mm. We got ourselves a challenge, brother. Because if she has a vested in, and by the way, I'm not hanging up the phone. I deal with these types of deals all the time. Typically there's a way to find out, like, what do you want, like what does, you know what I mean, and normally I can come in as like the peaceful party, um to help get the deal done, but like we do need her cooperation in order to get this deal, unless you wanted to like do a lawsuit or something like that, but that's not fun. um so what are your thoughts in terms of like ever getting her on board? Do you think she's like stout, never gonna cooperate? Or do you think that there's like some hope in Hades?
No, because it's me. Um, we've always been battling back and forth.
Mhm.
Uh, it's it's gonna be it's horrible. It's gonna be battling tooth on tooth. It's just gonna be nails. You
Yeah.
know, it I don't know if you can sweet talk her, sweet talk.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking. It sounds like you want to do this deal. I offered you in the beginning. I said, "Shoot, man, if you're willing to sell it with them in it, I'll buy it." And by the way, that offer still stands. I'm still willing to do that. But the only thing, John, is I still need an insurance policy whenever I close this deal, right? And so that means we have to make sure there's a clean transfer of title. And if they actually have a vested interest in this deal, we need their cooperation to close this deal, whether we probate it or whether we affidavit it. You know what I mean? We're gonna, like, legally, the only way around that is to like take, like, do legal stuff. So my point is, I'd like to take a crack at it. I mean, if you're willing to, obviously, let me run some more numbers. Let me see where I would be at. Let me see if you even like my offer. If you like my offer and you don't tell me to kick rocks, then from there, I'd like to take a crack at, we go under contract. Let's try to clear title. Let's see what title says. And then from, if title tells us what we're thinking, which is we're gonna have to get sister's approval, then I'll take a crack at reaching out to her saying, hey, I'm the buyer. I'm purchasing this property. Here are our next steps. Here's my proposal. Obviously all of that would be game planned by me and you. And then we would, like, the objective would be like to do like a cash for keys for her or something like that, like where we basically gave her like maybe a lease back, where she could live there for another 2 months and then like paid her a little money to leave, and we helped her find a location. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's how we're able to get tenants out like that. But that's
Well,
basically.
she already has a house. It's just really small.
So she's just here out of like comfort. Out of why is she making a big deal about being here then?
Oh yeah, that house that she's living in
Mhm.
is 100 times better than what she is moving out of.
Okay,
So,
got you.
Or yeah, yeah, that thing is just horrible. It's in a military town, just nothing but federal government crap all over the place. It's horrible.
I hear you. Okay, got you. Well, you never know. That might actually be a leveraging point. You know what I mean? Whenever I reach out to her. So, okay. So it sounds like we're on the same page. I am going to just let me ask you this, because I want to get you an offer right now. That's our next step here to see if we're even on the same page there. Um, AC is like 8 years old. I know you haven't been in there in a long time, but when was the last time that it was updated cosmetically?
Uh, I don't know. What did you ask? The AC?
Well, we had already established that the AC is about 5 to 8 years old. What I'm asking is, when's the last time the property was cosmetically updated? Like, I'm talking about the kitchen, floors, bathrooms. When was the last time that was updated?
Well, okay. When my dad was, when he was there for some of the lighting in the area
Gotcha.
was nice. I did way too much work. Now I live in San Antonio, and this was in Killeen. So I went over there all the time, just with him, listing, making things happen. Just okay, let's do some of this, let's do some of that, blah blah blah, and then of course, my health declined a little. Man, I wanna know. Golly, I still couldn't. I still can't remember it. So it. Yeah. So when my dad passed away, that I have, but it really doesn't say nothing. It It's almost blank.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So I'm just getting you prepared for the fact that I don't want to sell you on some pipe dream that I'm going to be able to lock up like we're going to do a contract together and that I'm just going to buy this property and then I'm going to handle like the eviction. Like I'll still do that with her and your brother, but like what it sounds like to me is we have multiple people that are the next of kin that legally, through probate law, have a vested interest in this property. You might be the foremost. You might be the foremost, but
Right.
there's multiple people. So I'm just preparing you for if you even like my number, you know what I mean? This is going to be a little bit of a process. Typically, we can get these done, you know, within about 45 days. If everybody's cooperative, we can do it in 30 to 45 days. So it's still not too much of an issue. But
Okay.
I feel like I have all the information I need in order to know to see if this is a property that qualifies for what I'm looking for, John. I'm gonna place you on a brief hold and see if I can get you a cash approval. Okay?
Okay.
I'll be
Thank
right.
you.
I'll be right back. 1 second. Guys, follow that part of the script. You see what I just did? I already know what my offer is because I've been running the comps while I'm talking to him. But for those of you who don't feel comfortable running your comps while you're talking to the person because it's too much pressure for you, I want you using this time that you muted the seller. See how I muted the seller? I want you using this time to be running your numbers. Now here's what I'm saying. I'm saying another property, similar square footage, similar bed bath count within 5 years of construction, sold for 300. Then another one sold for 290. I see another one in that area that sold for 335. I'm calling my ARV like 315 conservatively. I know that it's a cosmetic rehab. I can offer 62% of the ARV, 195. I can offer 195 and this be a $10,000 to $15,000 deal. So I'm gonna try to see if I can offer 180. He might spit in my face. He might play ball. I have to hop off this call after this because I have a strategy session after this. Josh, I think you're watching live. Shout out to you. I'm sorry I'm running a few minutes behind, but it'll be worth it, my friend. Let me get John back on the line. Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Hey, John. So I actually have good news. Um, my finance team was able to get me a cash approval that was higher than I was thinking we were able to. They said that properties in your area that needed cosmetic updates that were in the same square footage of like 1,400 to 1,500 square footage for properties that were built in like 1998 range. Cash offers were going for about 170 to 180 cash. But they said that we'd be able to be at $185,000 cash and we can pay all of the closing costs and there wouldn't be any realtor fees involved at all. And we could close within 30 to 45 days and we can close with the tenants in place so long as we're able to get the cooperation, but we are prepared to take the lead with that and close like with the situation in hand. Their biggest thing is we have a big situation in hand. This is a project, and all things considered, that's where we would be at. If we could be in this price range, would that work for you?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, here's what our next step would look like. John, basically, I'm going to send over a purchase agreement to you. It's a standard Texas Real Estate Commission form. It's state promulgated, so it's nothing fancy. It's literally I'm downloading it from the Texas Real Estate Commission contract form website. I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to send it over to you via digital electronic sign. I have another meeting I have to hop into right now. But right after I do that, I'm going to draw it up and I'm going to send it over to you. Would it be too late this evening to call you as soon as that's sent over so we can review it to see if you have any questions?
Yeah, I would like to review it, and then I'd have to ask Mary, my wife, to see if that's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were the decision maker.
Well, yeah, I am, but where there's wife, there's a way.
I hear you 100%. Well, I don't want you to feel I don't want you to feel any pressure at all. I want you to feel good about the decision to move forward. I also don't want to draw up all of the paperwork if you're going to come back and say, "Hey, wife said no." What would you recommend as the next best step? But
If it's 185,000, then you got yourself a deal.
185,000?
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you want me to go ahead and draw up the purchase agreement?
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna draw it up, and that's when. Are you gonna be free this evening for me to call you so that we can review? Normally, I would do it right now in front of you, but I'm running late for a meeting, and I didn't want to rush our conversation. I wanted to see if we could come to a resolution together. It sounds like we have. I can draw it up in about an hour and a half. Um, can I call you back? That way we can just review it and see if you or your wife have any questions.
Yeah, that'll be fine. My wife's not on, my wife's not home yet, so yeah, that's perfect. Perfect time. Go for it.
Perfect. John, I'm gonna text you right. Is this your cell phone?
Yes.
I'm gonna text you right now. That way you have my information and you know who's calling you again in the next couple hours or so. What's the best email to send this purchase agreement over to?
Okay, it's John E. Mabry.
Uh-huh.
What is it? iCloud? No, not iCloud. Hold on. John E. Mabry at. Hold on. I'll go all the way back over there. Oh, at live.com. John E. Mabry at live.com.
At live.com.
Uh-huh.
Lovely, lovely. All right, I will draw this up for the property under consideration on Alder Creek, and I will give you a call in about
Wait.
2 hours.
I thought we were talking about the Illinois Avenue.
Oh, shucks. Are we talking about two different properties?
Yeah, I thought it was the Illinois Avenue.
All right, well, let me see. Shoot, man. All right, well, let's see if I'm laughing too. All right, so let's see. What's the address for the property we're actually talking about here?
60.
And that's in San Antonio? Okay, that's what's up. All right, hold on one second. I have it muted. Dang it, that's so annoying. We were talking about two different properties. Ah, the property that he wants to sell is in Killeen, and now I have to run comps in Killeen. This is annoying, man. What did I do wrong to allow this to happen so that I don't allow this to happen again? All right, Illinois Street. Who does deals in Killeen? Oh, Michael Lane, Jerry Pearson. Guys, tag Michael Lane and Jerry Pearson. I wonder how much I'm gonna be able to offer on this one. Oh my God, there is no way I'm gonna be able to offer 160. I'm gonna be able to offer 180. Joke's on you, Jack. Oh snap, fam. I can't offer no 280, 180. No wonder he accepted it so fast. Bruh, I just got played right now. Dang it, I just got played, bro. ARV is about 250. Dang, bro, I could offer like 140, 155. All right. Dang it. Hey, John, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. The numbers we were running were for the Alder Creek property. I just ran the numbers for Illinois Avenue. This is a little bit of a different demographic. It's still, similar. It still fits our buy box. However, just because of location, it's going to be a different price. And so my finance team says that on this one, just based on properties in the area, we can be at about $150,000 cash if we were also inheriting, this affidavit issue that we're going to have to solve for.
150,000.
Yes, sir.
Is there any movement on that?
What do you mean, is there any movement?
Just to go up a little bit?
Shoot, man. For Colleen?
Yeah, it's a happening town, man.
You gonna sell me on it?
Not really. Believe me, I don't want to live there. So.
Honestly, I think 150, but here's the thing. It's 150 cash, but it's also, we're paying all the closing costs. And remember, there are no realtor fees, so there's no hidden fees here. We're just talking cold hard numbers.
All right. You got it. You sold me.
150?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. So, I'm glad we clarified that, so I didn't send you a purchase agreement for the Adler property.
Yes, I'm living there, so.
Well, whenever you're ready on that one. But I appreciate you, John. I'm really late for that other call, but I'm glad that we clarified this. I'm gonna drop the purchase agreement in the same way, and then I'll be following up with you in a couple hours.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay, talk to you soon, brother.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bro, you can't make this up, baby. You can't make this up, baby. That's like the buzzer. It's like the buzzer beater, right? It's like we're already behind on time. I'm already late for my next strategy session, and I'm on the call. And then we close them. Find out we're talking about the wrong property. And then so I have to run the numbers and make another conservative offer for a property in Colleen. And we get them to agree to that price as well. But here's the thing. Is that me being a special closer? Is there anything special or inherently, uniquely, innately special about me? No, not at all. Guys, that's a motivated seller. You could have done the same thing. I don't want anybody who's watching this to be like, oh, I'm not as smooth as Earon, or no. Guys, that works against me. When people talk to me on the phone, they automatically think that I'm trying to smooth talk them. When women talk to me, they automatically think that I'm flirting with them. And like low-key, I could just be saying what's up. So it's not an advantage. It's not an advantage. It's low-key a curse. So just know that it's nothing special that I'm doing. I've given you the script. You can implement it. You know what I'm saying? Not only have I given you the script, but the reality is when you're talking to a motivated seller, you can slip up and say the wrong thing, but it's hard to say the wrong thing to the right person. And also know that the converse is true. It's hard to say the right thing to the wrong person. In the end, we are looking for timing and circumstance. And that means we're looking for motivated sellers who are facing either one of the 5 Ds: death, disease, divorce, debt, or a distressed property. We're looking for timing and circumstance. And that's how we're able to secure these properties at the prices that we are, because we're solving their cash needs for speed and convenience. All right, my man Jordan Size Love says script is fire. That's what I've been using. I've been watching you go live, bro. I've been watching you go live. I'm peeping it, bro, and I'm supporting the movement, and I'm supporting and encouraging you. Stay live, stay active in the community, Jordan, because I would love to support you. I want to celebrate you along the way. Drew Renner says, Paul Sullivan, we're buying right now. You have anything in Summit County? Oh, I love to see people doing business. All right, guys, I got to hop off this call. I hope y'all have a blessed evening. Until next time, it's your boy, Earon Bevins, the Millennial Entrepreneur.
If you're not closing deals today, your business is dying.
I just really think you don't like my assignment fees. But it's all good though, cause I'll double close. Ask me how much did I make, only my mother knows. Now I'm at the dealership like I own one of those. I just made 100,000 right under your nose. 10 bands, 50 band Q Miller. My pipeline like Godzilla. Please do not play with my Skrilla. Attorney on deck, he a killer, yeah. Beat on my chest like gorilla. Me and winning are familiar, yeah.